All right, so UFC Fight Night 163 in Moscow. Let's go. Second round. First fight. All right. Trying to see what's going on. All right, so here's the thing. You have Shamil, who's undefeated. He's actually he's making his UFC debut. But you have him against the Russian Terror, who fought a bunch of times in Russia, has beaten some Russian fighters. So this is a good fight to kind of get the main card started. Of course, we're all here to see Zabit and Greg Hardy versus Alexander Volkov. So those are the co-main event, main event. It is starting at 2 p.m. what Eastern time. So usually it's around like 10 o'clock Eastern time, but it's in Russia. So which is also one of the reasons why it's been so difficult to get in Russia because of the time difference, right? I mean, you're gonna have to start the main. Imagine starting your pay per view, your main event at 2 p.m. versus 10 p.m. If you started, in the states here in America at 10 p.m., what's gonna be like 4 a.m. in Russia. So that'd be very, very difficult. So guys, it's not just the politics, it's not just laws or whatever that's preventing UFC from expanding into different markets. It's also the time zone. Because America, we want the pay-per-view fights um Saturday night, 10 o'clock. But in Russia, it'll probably be, late as hell. So Coke Addict Seth. it's actually uh it's actually midday, my friend. Midday. It's not even that late or not even that early. All right. Let's put on the headphones. Let's go. All right. I need to do a better job of actually like focusing on the fight, watching the fight itself. A lot of times you he goes in with the high kick. He misses. Another thing with the low kicks to the knees, which I absolutely hate, but it is an effective tool to kind of keep fighters at distance. Let's go. How you taking the Vega and you still scrawny? That's why I need to, man. There you go. There you go, man. There you go. Pogaji boy, I don't speak Russian, so I don't know what you're saying. All right, again, so you have an undefeated fighter. A lot of these guys that are fighting on today's cards are from, they're the Dagestan region of Russia. And obviously Habib, I don't know if you guys saw it earlier, but Habib's cousin was in the preliminary on the prelims card, and he got triangle armbar, dude. And Conor McGregor was already talking a whole bunch of smack. Um, Connor's got to let that go. Connor, you gotta stop talking smack about other people. All right, it's really at a point now where Connor has to come back, win a fight, but not talking smack about Habib's cousin and whatever else, punching an old man. Connor needs to let that go. All right. That being said, yeah, a lot of dudes from Dagestan fighting on today, but of course the co-main event is Alexander Volkov, and on the main card you have Zabit. So that's really the fight that we are all excited to see. So another thing that's weird is like I'm watching this fight. You know, it's on the TV, but I'm also watching it online. But there's a difference. Like the when I'm watching it on ESPN.com, it's like 10 seconds faster. So the TV is actually like 10 seconds behind, which is weird. So the audio is not in sync. All right, let's see where we at. Commercial time. We need to do a little bit more research. All right, I got my laptop here. Fight night. And they're both big dudes too. Clinton is 6 foot. Shamil's about 6'2". They have around the same reach, you know, age wise. They're both in their late 20s. The Russian terror, though, we'll see. All right, so second round has already started. 205. Oh, nice exchange, nice counter right there. Seeing them. Throws a nice high kick, blocks him. Comes it off. What time is it in Russia, by the way? Oh, that was a sloppy spinning back kick right there. A lot of times you see these guys, they throw a roundhouse and they always follow it up with a spinning back kick, but a lot of times it's really sloppy, which it does more harm than good because when you throw a sloppy spinning back kick, your back is exposed. So if you're going to throw a spinning back kick, you want to make sure you throw it quick and you get back in your fighting stance. Otherwise, you're going to get smashed. All right. Oh, he keeps throwing a nice body kick, and he also throws a nice low kick to the knee, which on film, Bruce Lee was actually the first guy to do that. Okay, against Chuck Norris. I think in that and it was a Way of the Dragon or um, I think it was the Way of the Dragon when he fought Chuck Norris in the Coliseum. He was actually the first one to throw like a low kick right to the knee and kind of showed everyone like, hey, instead of going high, you can go low. So shout out to Bruce Lee with that one. Bruce Lee was the man. And now you see, obviously, John Jones uses it very effectively with the low kick right to the knee, which I hate. I think that kick should be banned. But that being said, it is still a very effective tool and it should still be utilized since it's still legal. All right, second round's going in. I have no idea who's winning the fight because I'm not. It's really difficult to pay attention to the fight and focus on the YouTube, focus on the comments, etc. Also, guys, be a good time to put your predictions in the comment section and see who's winning the fight, who's winning the current fight. Oh, nice shot by Gamzatov. Oh, that was a nice shot right there. So Gamzatov is coming in, throws nice shots to the body. He's controlling the center of the cage. Rick Dickola said you need to ban the oblique kick and make eye pokes and disqualification. Dude, that's what I've been saying for the longest time. Okay, ban the oblique kick, which is ridiculous. And secondly, the eye pokes and disqualification. I agree. I think there needs to be a harsher punishment for eye pokes. They let that shit get away way too much. You know what I mean? If you stick your finger in someone's eye pokes are usually unintentional. It is unintentional, but it does the damage, right? So if you eye poke somebody, that can totally change the momentum of the fight. Imagine you're winning the fight and you freaking stick your finger out, intentional or unintentional, and you freaking poke the crap out of them, right? Well, not only that does damage to the eye, but that totally changes. How about this? If they do an eye poke, it's automatic 1 point deduction. You do it again, it's an automatic disqualification. So I think that's a good way to um, kind of fix that problem, really discourage. Another way is, like I said, Joe Rogan has mentioned this in Pride. They have the curved gloves, so that way your fingers are not sticking straight out. It's kind of curved, right, which kind of prevents eye pokes. So John Jones does the eye poke, and he also does the oblique kicks as well. So he does both. One of the reasons why John Jones got some issues. All right. What was the one fight where Uriah kept getting kicked in the balls? I think it was the Brunson Acosta fight. It might be tripping. Uriah. Talking about Uriah Hall? Because I know you're not talking about Uriah Faber. Yeah. Well, again, anytime you do, if it's more than one, then that's an issue, right? So there could be an issue where if I kick you in the balls once, it's automatic 1 point disqualification because the damage is already done. All right. So you can't just give a warning when you kick me in the balls or you poke me in the eye and that really just stopped me dead in my tracks and I get a warning. Like, nah, the damage is already done, so you're going to get a point off. You do it again to disqualification. I think that is more fair and that's more, it might prevent or discourage that type of behavior. Whereas if you get a warning, people are more inclined to do so, especially if they're losing. And again, you're fighting for your life here. You're fighting for a paycheck. You're fighting for to get to the next level. So you might think it's unintentional. It might look unintentional, but I guarantee you, people will be poking in the eye and kicking in the balls intentionally to get away. So UFC Fight Night. All right. Let's see here. Conor McGregor taunts Khabib's cousin following the Moscow loss. Nurmagomedov tap tap. Conor McGregor is tweeting out that Nurmagomedov, who was Khabib's cousin, is tapping, and Khabib freaking tapped to. Conor tapped to Khabib. Conor McGregor needs to get off Twitter, man. This is getting ridiculous now. He can't make fun of anybody for tapping out when he himself have tapped out multiple times, not just in the UFC. Like, he tapped out before in his career as well. So come on, Conor. You're better than this, Conor McGregor. You can't be out there talking trash about other people. He has to come back and win a fight. Conor McGregor needs to get off Twitter. He tapped his forehead. If you can tap his forehead, you can punch his forehead. He quit. Dude, Conor McGregor is taunting Abu Bakr Nurmagomedov, saying he's a failure. Console him and tell him he's cut 1, 2, 3. Conor McGregor has tweeted out 5 times. Okay, 5 times, making fun of a guy for tapping out when Conor McGregor has like 3 losses due to submission. So Conor McGregor needs to stop making fun of other people losing, especially when it comes to tapping, because he literally just tapped to Khabib. Okay, a neck crank, and he was right to tap because that was a. All right, so you have Shamil, who just won a decision against the Russian Terror. He's still undefeated, 14-0. He's a good prospect at 205, but I don't know. There's killers at 205. All right, there are some killers at 205 right now. I don't know exactly where this guy fits in. Either make them lose a point or an eye for an eye, ball kick for a ball kick. Nah, Rick, I don't believe in that. But what I do believe is that an automatic point deduction is fair. So as soon as you kick somebody in the balls or you poke them in the eye, that's a 1 point deduction right there. All right, next fight you got Ramazan Emeev, who is a welterweight. He's undefeated in the UFC so far. He got 3-0, 3 decisions. And you got Anthony Martin. He just lost his actually last fight to Damian Maia. So, no shame in there. But He's been in the UFC for a while, man. He's been in the UFC for like a good 5, 6 years now. So um, this is a tough fight for both fighters, and we'll see. What did you have for breakfast, Lumpia? I don't know what the hell Lumpia is. The hell's a Lumpia? All right, let's see. He got 6 fights on the main card. 6 fights. That's a lot of fights. Hmm. So really, today is gonna be Zabit's like coming out party. Like this is, you know what I mean? I mean, this guy really has the potential to be one of the stars at 145. You know what I mean? Kind of be the next big star. And UFC is really doing a good job of promoting him. And Zabib certainly has the talents. I mean, and it's such a difficult for such a lanky guy. He has athleticism. You know, he doesn't look like the type of guy that can do like a jump spinning back kick or like a freaking tornado kick. But not only is he doing it, he's landing with extreme accuracy. Like that's what's scary about this dude. You know, he looks like an unathletic, skinny, lanky, 6'1" guy. He's like the guy that never got picked at freaking dodgeball. You know what I mean? But he's out there freaking doing like 360 kicks. You know what I mean? He's pulling off like freaking submissions out the ass. I'm talking about Zabit. So it's incredible what he's doing, but the body type is deceiving. But Calvin, whoo, Calvin got power, man. That guy got hands, and we've seen some big names that were supposed to win, like Johnny Walker. You know who the UFC was kind of pushing, get knocked out. So we'll see. All right, me versus Martin is next. The welterweight bout. So those two are fighting next. Exactly. Zabit is doing Hadoukens. Again, he doesn't look like a guy you can do Hadouken. That's the thing. He's a lanky, skinny dude, but he's a freaking monster. So Anthony Roccamardo just lost to Damian Maya back in June. Damian Maya, of course, is a freaking beast, but Ramazan is on a what 6, 7 fight win streak right now. I need somebody who speaks Russian to translate what this man is saying. Watch fight. Maya on steroids? Why you say that? I don't think mine's on steroids. Hey, you can watch the fight on ESPN.com, man. Get ESPN Plus. There you go. There you go, Mark. That's what I'm talking about. Why do you say mine's on steroids? Damien Maya is like one of the nicest guys. He's like a true martial artist. There you go. Hey, Mark. Everyone's interested in the last fight. Actually, the co-main event too. Greg Hardy versus Volkko. That's gonna be a good fight too. We'll see. All right. I'm about to see what's next. Ever since Woodley KO'd him, he put him on the roids. You talking about Damian Maya? Damian Maya was never KO'd by Woodley. Damian Maya went to a decision with Woodley. Dude, you got to get your facts straight, man. I thought you were better than that, Rick. You talking about Robbie Lawler or Damian? Nah, Damian Maya didn't get knocked out by Woodley. Damian Maya went 4 or 5 rounds. See, that's why you're watching my channel, my friend. By the way, can you guys hear the audio or no? Because I have the volume very low right now. All right, so next up, I gotta get my phone. I gotta get my phone up. UFC Fight Night, Russia. Okay, this is in Moscow. Is this the first event in Moscow? Oh, guys, so you got Ramazan Eve, who was 32 years old, 5'10", against Anthony Martin, 29 years old, 6 foot, same weight. Meal does have a slight reach advantage. You can probably see the stats right there. Those guys are basically identical right there. Exactly. He messed up his labrum. He tore his labrum, but he was still fighting for 4 more rounds. But that was a fight that Dana White heavily, heavily criticized Woodley. They felt like he should have finished him. It was a boring fight for a lot of fans. I enjoyed the fight, but again, Damian Maya was just not. He really didn't have anything. He really didn't have anything for Woodley. Woodley was too much, man. He had all the answers right there. All right, so another thing about this fight, Ramzan EV, you can see right now, um, he's not phased by the trash talk. Okay, because Rocco Martin is talking trash. He's literally pacing around the ring. He was pointing to the center of the cage, like, this is my octagon, this is my octagon. And Ramzan just kind of smirked at him right there. So we'll see. We'll see how the fight goes. They're both, oh, he's coming in quick. Uh-oh. Takes the center of the cage right there. Oh, he throws a nice low kick. This kind of seems like some fighters has to kind of hype themselves up, get amped up, scream, yell, taunt, whatever. And some fighters are really calm. I would say, like, just historically, guys like Fedor Emelianenko and Igor Vovchanchin and Sergey Haritonov, like from Russia, guys from Dagestan, guys from that region, they usually have like a pretty calm demeanor. They have a very like they don't want to let their intent be known. Do you know what I mean? Whereas maybe the guys from uh, America here in the States, the Brazilians, they're more amped up versus like fighters from Japan, fighters from Russia. They're more laid back. They try not to let their emotions show. They kind of see it as, dude, did you just say Fedor the has been? How dare you? And we can't be friends no more. You're gonna be talking trash about Fedor, the greatest fighter of all time. The hell is wrong with you? All right, so me was coming out. Martin's doing a great job. Martin's actually doing a great job landing the shot, landing his jab. But again, Amiv is not having it. Nice leg kick by Martin. He drops Amiv. Oh, he's already going for he's going for a freaking armbar right there. You see that drop? You see the drop right there? He throws a kick. Where's the kick at? Oh, and he drops him. Boom, right there. All right, you can see Martin. Oh, he's working for a Kimura. Woo, that is nasty. He's working for a Kimura, and he got the arm locked. He was doing a good job. He's grabbing his own calf right now to prevent the Kimura, but Martin is. He's got the Kimura. That is nasty. He needs to tap out, dude. That is nasty. Whoo, that is just. Oh. No, this is a battle right here, guys. Basically, he's pulling the arm right. He's got it. That needs to. Oh, he needs to pull that arm. Yank it, sir. Yanking it. No, yanking in the other direction. He's doing a good job. Oh, he got that. He got out of it. He got out of the fucking Kimura. That's incredible. Dude. Steve Mo say, hopefully Greg Hardy left the inhaler at home. Listen. Greg Hardy did ask the commission. The commission did tell him, yes, he can use it. That's the commission's fault, in my opinion. You know what I mean? That's a dumb move by the commission. You can't let somebody use an inhaler. But Greg Hardy, to his credit, did ask in front of everyone if you can use the inhaler. So, Fedor gonna get KO'd by Dan Henderson. Man, that was one of the saddest moments of my life to see him get Fedor lose to someone like Dan Henderson, who I have a lot of respect for, man. But he was beating the crap out of Dan Henderson. He heard Dan Henderson, he was beating the crap out of him. All right, and then instead of going for side control, he decided to just go all in. Dan Henderson was able to escape and hit him with that uppercut right from the back and knocked him out. And Fedor. Not a good day for Fedor, but still. So, guys, we were talking earlier about illegal groin strike. Again, my man just got hit in the groin. They're giving him some time to reset, and they're going to restart the fight. But again, we just lost the position. This fight was against defense. Okay, this fight was against defense. The illegal groin strike was landed, and now the fight is restarting in the middle of the cage, which is ridiculous. Like, come on now, that shouldn't happen. When you throw an illegal knee strike to the groin, that should be a point off. Okay, can't be doing that crap. Rick Dickless says Chael felt so bad he threw the fight. Come on now, Chael was getting his ass whooped. I actually have a video on that. Chael getting his ass whooped by Fedor. It was one of the best things I ever saw in my life. Because if Chael had beaten Fedor, we would never have heard the end of it. Like, Chael would never shut up about that, but he got destroyed, dismantled. Fedor just whooped him. Thomas says, I want to see Rocco Martin versus Alan Joe Bain. Alan Joe Bain, man. Alan Joe Bain got some cardio problems. And Alan Joe Bain is in his late 30s. I don't think Alan Joe Bain better sign a long-term deal with Versace, because I don't know how his fighting career is going to go. But I like Alan Joe Bain. I'm a big fan of Alan Joe Bain, but he's not a top 10 fighter at welterweight, unfortunately. You know what I mean? I just think by the time he got to the UFC, Alan Joe Bain was already in his like early 30s. He was like 32, 33 or something like that. So he was already like, towards the end of his career when he came to the UFC, and he's been here for a few years now. He's had some good wins, man. He's got power in his hands, but he beat Mike Perry, Alan Joe Bain. He beat Mike Perry, but Aldo Bain, lost to Einstein. He's again. I just feel like he came to the UFC when he was a little too old. All right, that was the end of round one. Martin locked down that Kimura, which was really tight, and I felt like he should have gotten the finish with that one, but he didn't. So, you know, Ramazani Emeev did a great job of escaping uh, from that Kimura attempt, but still, that was relatively close. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes in round two. Makwan fighting with Conor McGregor's team. He had a bad outing in UFC 244. Makwan is. This is what I said about Makwan in my last outing when I did the UFC reaction for Madison Square Garden. Makwan has cardio issues. Okay, he was good in round one, and then he looked terrible in round two, and he had nothing left in round three. He got finished in round three. That's the issue with Mr. Finland. Like Alan Joe Bain, he's got cardio issues. Send live stream. Look, it's not a live stream. It's ESPN Plus. Come on, my man. It's like $5 a month. You can get ESPN Plus. Chael was on some other shit when he tried to. Now I don't think he tried to roll into a Darce. Chael did a stupid thing where he had Fedor's back and he decided to do like a front flip. It was the dumbest thing I can done. That $5 I can spend on creatine. Right here, my man. Vegan protein. All right, it's good shit. It's coffee flavored. It's gonna give you proteins plus it's gonna give you that caffeine boost. So get that shit. All right, round two starts. Meave controlling the center of the cage. They're both hesitant. Oh, Meave's going for a takedown. He got it. Oh, but Martin has him in a guillotine. He's got a one-hand guillotine on there. I don't think it's close though. Look at him. He's gonna go for a shoot. Oh, you see that takedown right there? Boom! He gets him in a guillotine right there. So, oh, but Meave escapes and he takes Martin down. He's pushing him against the cage, and now he's gonna try to work from there. That's crazy. So again, like, where do you guys? My question is, what does submission attempts count for anything? If you have a near submission attempt, does that count for anything at all? Right? If I catch you in a guillotine and I almost choke you up, but you escape, do I get points for that? Right? Because in jiu-jitsu tournaments, that would be okay. So something just happened in the middle of the round two where Emib is signaling to the judge that Martin is slippery. He's kind of saying like Martin has like Vaseline or something like that on there, which first of all, you can't call timeout in the middle of the fight, in the middle of the round. That's up to the referee to do so. So I don't know if he's slippery or what, but me was trying to go for a takedown. That was a failed shot attempt. That was a good shot, but Martin did a great job of stuffing the takedown. He throws a nice low kick. How do you guys feel about fighters complaining to the referee or bringing to the referee's attention about something like, hey, this guy is slippery. He might have Vaseline. Could you check him out? Or maybe this guy eye poked me, or this guy, did an illegal knee, groin strike or whatever. Like, if the referee didn't see it, the rule is that you have to go on. Like, you can't look at the referee and say, this is what's happening. The referee has to stop the fight. You yourself, as a fighter, as a competitor, cannot stop the fight, cannot pause the fight. So, me was kind of looking to the referee and pointing out that, like, hey, Martin is slippery right now. You know what I mean? Like, he might have Vaseline all over the place. So, oh, and me lands a nice overhand right to Martin, staggers Martin. Neither of these guys are really the best strikers. I would say Martin is the better striker of the two. He's landing some really, really good low kicks. Ameev has a beautiful shot, although he could not take Martin down after Martin got up. All right. Oh, he's throwing a beautiful leg kick. Martin is just punishing me with the low leg kick. And he's kicking to the calf too, right? He's not kicking like to the knee, to the thigh. He's kicking right to the calf, which is devastating. That's really, really painful. But Ameev is trying to counter with that with overhand rights. Oh, Martin kicks him again. Almost drops Ameev with the low kick. He already did that in round one. It's hard to tell who's winning in these stand-up exchanges because you can see Martin's kind of busted up in the nose, but he certainly is landing some nasty low kicks. Again, oh, Martin again stops the takedown. He's trying to go for, was it a reverse triangle now? Or he's trying to go for an armbar? He's trying to go for a Kimura. I don't know what the hell he's going for. Rick's giggle. Connor tweeted about Khabib's cousin tapping. He's definitely the one to make fun of someone. Rick, you just missed it, man. I was just talking about that like 5 minutes ago. He sent out like 5 tweets about Khabib's cousin tapping out, which is ironic. Like Conor McGregor, someone needs to proofread your tweets before you tweet it out. You can't be tweeting out how someone tapped out when you yourself tapped out to a neck crank, right? Because Conor McGregor was heavily criticized by the MMA community. Now it's all good, but Conor McGregor was heavily criticized by the MMA community because he tapped out due to a neck crank, which I don't criticize him for. That neck crank was nasty, and Conor McGregor was right to tap out. I don't think anyone's gonna criticize him for that. But it's just funny that Conor McGregor is talking smack about somebody else tapping out. Like, Conor, come on. You haven't won a fight in 3 years. The last time you beat somebody was a 65-year-old man at a bar with his back turned. So Conor McGregor needs to come back, make a statement, win a fight, and then start tweeting about other people. So if you guys can see, like Emil's kick, I mean his left like shin, his left calf is disgusting. It's like it is huge right now. And that's due to the low kicks by Martin. Anthony Martin has been throwing those low kicks. He has dropped Emil more than once with that low kick. Now it wasn't Habib's brother, it was Habib's cousin. There was another Nurmagomedov, and Emil's trying to go for a takedown. Martin stops it, almost catches him in the guillotine, and he's throwing. So now every time he throws a low kick, right, Emil's trying to pick up his left kick, pick up his left leg to kind of prevent from getting kicked, because right now this thing looks just hideous, man. It looks bad. His I mean, that calf looks like like double the size of his other leg. So that is that looks really, really bad. This is a good idea that if you can fight, southpaw and orthodox, if you can switch stances, you can switch stances, or you should switch stances. Right now, you're just leaving a big target, and Martin's going to capitalize. He's going to kick that leg at least 2 or 3 more times. Listen, if that was Edson Barbosa in there, Edson Barbosa would have ended that fight with that low kick, man. He would have went after that low kick like nobody else. So right now you can see Martin, he's just stalking down to me right now. He knows he's got him hurt. He's trying to go for the low kick, setting up with a jab. He needs to go for that low kick. It's right there. Oh, it does a nice jab. Oh, clinches up to the body. Nasty right there. Oh, okay. He comes in with the 1-2. I'm surprised that Martin is not going for the low kick. He has not thrown a low kick in 2 minutes now, which is, I mean, look at the size of Amib's left calf. It's nasty. I mean, oh, he throws a nice low kick right now. Boom, it lands. I mean, he was a tough guy for sure because his he's still standing straight. But you got 2.5 minutes right there, which is plenty of time to throw at least additional 2, 3, 4 leg kicks maybe, and you can absolutely finish the fight if he wants to. You just got to go for it. Nice. See now Martin's kind of getting cocky. He's got his hands down. He's laughing at him, but he's not really doing much. You gotta do something to warrant that kind of arrogant attitude right now. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be Anderson Silva with your hands down, doing all this, you got to go out there and finish the fight. But right now, he's not really doing much. At least throw a leg kick here or two. Okay, he's doing a good job of timing Emil. Oh, he throws a nice leg kick. That's nasty. Nice leg kick. That low kick is one of the most dangerous weapons in MMA because you kick into the calf. Again, traditionally, when you throw a low kick, you always kick above the knee to the thigh, but now guys are going below the knee to the ankle, and that is just nasty right there, honestly. Who's watching the fight right now live? Who's got ESPN Plus? Somebody better be watching the fight. Oh, okay. Emil goes for a takedown. Martin easily stuffs it, gets up to his feet, and now he's just kind of laughing up. I love inside leg kicks. Inside leg kicks, the danger with inside leg kicks is that you can land to the groin. So you got to be careful throwing those inside leg kicks. And you see a lot of fighters throw inside leg kicks and they accidentally hit the groin, and which was another point of discussion because when you throw a low kick like that and you land to the groin, that should be automatic. Okay, I mean if you throw them low, yeah, okay. Yeah, calf kicks. That's what I was talking about. Which is what Martin is doing to Amib. He threw some nasty calf kicks. Dropped Martin actually, but Martin right now is okay. So this is a close fight right now. Martin's acting like he's won the fight. You know what I mean? He needs to engage. He needs to engage in the last seconds. Judges don't want to see fighters just running away in the last 20 or 30 seconds, especially in a close fight. You know what I mean? This guy's out there like screaming his ass off, but I don't know why he's screaming his face off when it's a close fight and he's not. It's not like he's clearly winning the fight. Yeah. So I mean, Martin's the low kicks by Martin. Those are pretty nasty, man. That dropped the meal more than once. But his overall attitude towards the end of the fight, where he's like screaming at him, come on, now. I mean, you've not done. Danny P says, only leg that's been near my head is my woman's. There you go. There you go, my man. All right, I'm gonna go ahead with Martin. I think Anthony Martin did enough damage, or he did more damage, especially with the low kicks. He also had a couple of submission attempts. He had the Kimura locked in round one. He had a near guillotine. Well, the guillotine wasn't that close, but he did have guillotine in round two. I do want to make the point that Ramzan Ameev was complaining to the referee in round two about possible Vaseline, all over the body. He was saying that Martin was slippery, which okay, here are the scores. All right, so Anthony won. Anthony Malcolm Martin won. Danny P says the street is my arena. Dude, street fights are dangerous, sir. Street fight is dangerous. Crowd is booing. Well, listen, man. If you're gonna come to a foreign country, you're gonna start screaming at their fighter's face. You're not gonna get a warm reception. So Tony Martin said he's gonna dedicate this fight to a special woman in his life. Saying, I believe he said that his mom has actually has cancer, and he's dedicating this fight to her. This is the first time he's dedicated a fight in his 14 fights. So, you know, certainly a lot of emotion coming into this fight, and he definitely, he delivered in a lot of aspects because he delivered some nasty low kicks. He had a couple of near submission attempts, so he definitely won the fight. But I think the fact that he was screaming at Emiu's face did not sit well. Did not sit well with the Russian fans. But they were kind of booing him while he was trying to talk about his mom. But yeah, hopefully she survives that. I mean, that's crazy. Anytime you deal with something as crazy as cancer, it's always tough. You have a lot on your mind. So he had a lot, he definitely had a lot on his mind coming into this fight. All right, you're gonna see the promo for UFC. Was it Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington? 245. Who do you guys got for that fight, by the way? Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington. Colby might pull it out. Listen, I mean, Colby has, Colby. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Colby, but Colby might go out there and beat Kamaru Usman. And you have the former champion, Jermaine the Randomy, who was famous for hitting Holly Holm twice after the bell and somehow still winning the fight, and then ducking Cyborg so much to the fact that she actually relinquished the belt without ever defending. And now she's going to fight Amanda Nunes for the belt. And then the third fight, you got Max Blessed Holloway versus Alexander the Great at 145. That might be Max's last fight at 145. We're not sure, but this is definitely going to be a great card. I don't know if it's as good as UFC 244, Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz, because that card was stacked from the prelims all the way to the main card. UFC 245. What's funny is like Colby Covington got the book by, was it Donald Trump Jr.? It's hilarious. Oh, Uriah Faber's going to come back. And you got Marlon Mariah versus Jose Aldo at 135. Jose Aldo's first fight at 135 is going to be against Marlon Mariah. That is going to be a tough fight. That's going to be a great fight. I don't know if Jose Aldo can make weight at 135 because he's had trouble making 145. But that's a fight that I want to see. Both these guys are just nasty with the leg kicks, but we shall see. Oh, you got Mike Perry in the prelims. Ben Saunders versus the immortal Matt Brown. Caitlin Vieira versus Irene Aldana. So good prelims and a very good main card. Definitely going to be watching that fight. Your boy's going to be live for that fight. So make sure you tune in. Tune in. One thing about these Russian fighters, man, they all have a background in sambo, master of sports in sambo. Obviously, the great Fyodor Emelianenko is like a 10-time like a world sambo champion. You know what I mean? He actually had in his contract to continue to compete in sambo and MMA, and that was kind of one of the big issues in the UFC early on. Like Dana White didn't want that, and then he finally said, "You know what? You can fight in sambo if you want to, whatever." But that's a that never happened, and that's actually one of the most disappointing things. Me as MMA fans, that we didn't get the chance to see Fedor Emelianenko fight in the UFC. In his prime, like back in 2008, 2009, right after Pride unfolded. I wish he came to the UFC and just smashed everybody and gotten that UFC belt, but never happened. Caitlin Vera, you should be fighting Nunez, not Jermaine Durandamy. Yeah, that's that makes sense. But Jermaine Durandamy is a fantastic kickboxer. Number one, her kickboxing, Muay Thai credentials speak for itself. But a lot of people feel like, including me, that she lost to Holly Holm. A lot of people feel like she threw two intentional shots after the bell, and she was definitely ducking Cyborg. She had an opportunity to fight Cyborg, and then she gave all the reasons to not fight and relinquish the belt, which I did not like. Faber wants that title shot at 145. Faber has been chasing this UFC title shot, or not title shot, because he's gotten plenty of those. The UFC belt for the longest time. Did anyone else laugh when the dude told Faber he should be a stripper because he get more tips with two asses? Hey, Uriah Faber might got that chin, but Uriah Faber making that money. Uriah Faber got a whole bunch of businesses. He's got he owns. His gym is. He's actually one of the first guys I believe that has his own clothing line, like Torque. I don't know if that's still there, but Uriah Faber is a businessman. He probably be getting a lot of he probably getting a lot of chicks. I'm not even gonna lie. Day.org.com. Dave. It's good that the UFC is doing some sort of program for veterans and things like that. It's always a good look. All right, Ed Short Fuse Herman, dude has been in the UFC for a long, long, long time, since UFC Ultimate Fighter. Ultimate Fighter 3 with Ken Shamrock and Tito Ortiz. I don't know how many of you guys remember the guy right here, Short Fuse, guy right there. Yeah, it's him. Ed Herman, Short Fuse. He's almost 40 years old, man. Jesus, he's been fighting the UFC since 2006. Okay, 2006. Dude's been in the UFC for 13 years now. Dude's been in the UFC for a long, 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 long time. He's still fighting. I think Colby beats Usman. Yeah, I think Colby might beat Usman. Is it true Woodley is a majority owner of the clothing line Affliction? Affliction? Really? Is that right? Somebody Google check that. I need to Google check that. I needed Jamie. Pull it up. I'll pull it up. Uh, no, I don't see that. I don't see Affliction. I don't see anything about Affliction. Tyron Woodley doing that Affliction clothing line. Nah, I don't think Woodley owns Affliction. I don't know where you got that from. All right, my man, Short Fuse, 39 years old, man. He's still fighting. He's been in the UFC for over a decade. All right. Short Fuse, I heard him say it's an interview on his YouTube channel with Max Holloway. Hey, if he said it, if Woodley is saying he's majority owner of Affliction now, then he might be. But I actually just try to Google. I actually just try to Google Woodley. It didn't work. So Seth, what do you call an Asian pedophilia? What do you call it, man? Go ahead. Give me the answer, Danny P. Fucking young. What a fool. That was funny. All right, guys. This is the third fight on the main event card. The fight that we really want to see: Greg Hardy versus Alexander Volkov, and of course, Zabit Magomed Sharipov. Yoel Romero is the Tom Brady of MMA. Uh, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to make that comparison because Tom Brady is, Yoel Romero is a beast of an athlete. Like Yoel Romero is a freaking, like he was made in a lab. Tom Brady, have you seen Tom Brady's 40-yard like dash? Like it was awful. Tom Brady is, in terms of, obviously 6 Super Bowls. I would say Tom Brady is more like Randy Couture if you want to do that, because Randy Couture is like a 5-time world champion, like a 3-time heavyweight, 2-time light heavyweight champion, I believe. So if you want to say, plus they're both white American and they're Randy Couture fought till he was 47, and Tom Brady's 40 years old. He's like 42 or however old he is. Man, look at that age difference. 15-year age difference. 15 years. Jesus Christ. Fucking yeah. Danny P, man. Danny P got to make more jokes. What? Ed Herman is 170 minus 170 favorite. What? Yeah, I hear what you're saying from an age perspective, but I still think, Randy Couture is a better example because Randy Couture is, well, there's a lot of fighters that are fighting at 40. I mean, Ed Herman is right now fighting, and he's 39 years old, but I wouldn't say he's Tom Brady. Tom Brady got rings. Yoel Romero has no rings. He has no championships. Randy Couture got multiple belts. So Randy Couture is a good example. Tom Brady, Randy Couture. All right, third fight's about to start now. You got my man Short Fuse, who I remember first seeing back in Ultimate Fighter 3, Ken Shamrock, Tito Ortiz. That series really helped UFC, man. That rivalry between Tito Ortiz and Ken Shamrock, those guys don't get enough credit for helping the UFC get out from all the debt and all that stuff they were under. All right, short fuse. Oh, throws a nice right low kick. You have Ibragimov takes the center of the cage. Short fuse. Oh, it just seems like he's not as quick as. Oh, he throws a right hand. He's launching, man. Boom. He tries to go for a sambo throw. Man, it's hard to be 39 and still fight these young kids, man. Fight a guy who's 15 years younger than you. That's crazy. 15 years. You could be a father at 15. Oh, nice knee by Ed Herman. Nice knee to the body. Ed Herman needs to do a. I mean, he's doing his. Oh, he throws a nice knee. He's trying to turn this into a dirty boxing. I'd say when you're an older fighter, when you're a fighter who don't have the same reflexes, who don't have the same speed, you need to turn this into an inside battle, meaning that you're going to fight in the clinch, you're going to dirty box him, which is Randy Couture we were really good for. Like you're not going to fight him on the outside where the younger, faster guy is just landing rapid shots. You want to. Oh, he's trying to go for a judo toss and he could not do it. Thomas Mark says, "Did you see the Ortega Zombie face off? Zombie looked all serious and Ortega pulled out the Korean hard sign." Yeah, I saw it, man. It was hilarious. That was really funny. Ortega is a nice guy, man. So is the Korean Zombie. So you got two nice guys getting in the cage and beating the crap out of each other. Go figure. Ed Herman's doing a really good job of throwing short knees to the body, to the head, inside the clinch. But what I would like Ibragimov to do is stay the hell away from the clinch, fight on the outside where he has a lot more. Oh, he caught him. Oh, he throws a nice knee. Yo, he is throwing this nice knee right inside the clinch. Oh my goodness, and he's throwing some elbows. Ed Herman is a tough dude, man. Again, fighting at 39 years old against the guy who's in his 20s. It's hard to do. I'm not sure what Ibrahim is trying to do right now. He's just getting kneed in the clinch. He should try to separate himself so he can go for. He should try to separate so he can exchange on the outside, where he is the faster guy. Ed Herman's he's throwing and he's landing some really good knees inside the clinch. Now they separate, but Herman has done a lot of damage. Yeah. Ed Herman's doing a really good job throwing knees inside the clinch. Oh, that might have been a possible low shot right there. Ed Herman goes for that inside leg kick, possible groin shot. Oh, nice exchange right there. Oh, Ibrahimov is just swinging for the fences right now. But Herman's throwing nice low key. Ibrahimov is not checking that leg kick, low key. I mean, low kick, not low key. Dan Henderson is Brett Favre. Yeah, I agree with that. That's perfect. Adam asks, who you guys got, Hardy or Volkov? On paper, Volkov should win, man. This is a really, really big step up in Hardy's career. Very, very short career. You know what I mean? I mean, Hardy is one beast of an athlete, and but he's only been fighting for a year. Dude made his debut, his his professional debut back in 2018 June, and now we're in October November 2019. So it's only been a year and a half. So he really hasn't been fighting that long. Like, he's still an amateur. You know what I mean? He's still a baby in the MMA, whereas freaking Volko has been fighting for like 10 years. So, plus he's a former Bellator world champion. You know what I mean? So he's fought in some big organizations, and he's a former champion. So he's no joke. You know, he's at close to 40 fights. So I got Volko. Volko should win, unless Greg Hardy just hits him with a one shot, knocks him out. But Volko should win this fight, on paper at least. All right. Oh, so it goes two ways to me. Either Volko pieces him up everywhere and stops Hardy, or Volko gets KO'd. I'm actually bummed this fight is booked. I really wanted to see Dos Santos versus Volko. Yeah, me too, man. That'd have been a really good fight. So again, Ed Herman's doing a really good job putting Ibrahimov against the fence, trying to clinch him up, and trying to get this into a dirty boxing type of fight, right? Put him against the fence, use short elbows, short punches, short knees, instead of engaging the much younger, faster opponent on the outside, which he does not want to do because he just does not have the speed for that. Oh, now Brumi is just teeing off on him on the outside, but Herman survives, and he lets him know, man, my chin is strong. My chin's made of granite. This was a mistake by the UFC, man, to put Alexander Volkov against Greg Hardy, man. Like, Greg Hardy is not ready for Volkov. I don't believe. Greg Hardy needs a few more fights. Ed Herman is swinging. He's throwing a nice low kick. I mean, it's landing. Steve Moose says, I'm making my debut where Greg Hardy had his. You talking about on Contender? UFC Contender series? Dana White? Adam says, "What happens if he knocks out Volko out in round one? We know how heavyweights go." That's true, man. If Greg Hardy can't do it, Greg Hardy is a beast of an athlete, man. He's got the potential. I mean, he's got explosion. He's got power. He's got accuracy. Can he knock out Volko in round one? Absolutely, he can. It's possible, but Volko has too much experience. Okay, dude's been in the game for 10 years. He's fought in some big organizations like Bellator. He was a former champion, heavyweight champion in Bellator. And not to mention, like, he was beating the Black Beast Derek Lewis. Like, he was winning. The Black Beast made one of the biggest comebacks in MMA history by knocking out Volko in that third round. But Volko is no joke, and I just don't think that Greg Hardy's ready for Volko. Like, I'm surprised they put Greg Hardy in that. So they want to slowly ascend him into a title shot, but not just put him against Volko. That's crazy. Yeah, Volko has 30 plus fights. He should win. Yeah, Volko should win. American Kickboxing Academy. I think you're talking about amateur fight. Nah, Greg Hardy made his professional MMA debut in Dana White's Contender Series. That was in Vegas. I'm not sure about that one, AKA. I know AKA in San Jose, it's a gym. These guys are tired. Oh, they're still swinging. Yeah, there you go. Oh, they're swinging, swinging, swinging. Gotta give props to Ed Herman, man. Short fuse, been like I said, has been fighting in the UFC for 13 years. That's a long time. Okay, I was in freaking high school when Ed Herman was fighting in the UFC, or when he started fighting in the UFC. I'll check it out. Steven Moose versus who? American Combat Association. It's amateur and professional. All right. Yep. We'll see. I would say Ed Herman's biggest weapon in this fight was the knees, the clinch. Anytime he's in a clinch, man, he's throwing knees, elbows, and again, don't know who's winning this fight. Curtis Blades got knocked out by Francis Ngannou. I really thought Curtis Blades was the next guy, and then he got put to sleep by Ngannou. Oh, Ed Herman, man, he's got a chin on him. These guys are swinging. Oh, Ed Herman's going for a takedown. Adam says Blades. I thought that was a really early against Ngannou the second time. I don't know about that, man. I don't know what else he could have done because Ngannou was. It could have been a little early, but I don't think Ngannou was going anywhere. I think Ngannou would have. I thought Curtis Razor Blades was going to win that fight too, but Ngannou showed up. He showed out. Oh, he's trying to go for a takedown. Listen, I will say this: fighting is a young man's sport. Okay, Ed Herman's still fighting, but he's not the Ed Herman, back in 2007. He's not that guy. Oh, he goes for, he gets taken down. Plenty of time left on the clock, man. You got 3 minutes left on the clock. All right, guys, let me ask you this. You have 6 fights on the main card. Okay, 6 fights. I feel like that's way too many fights. All right, I think 5 is, I even think 5 is enough. Like 5 is the maximum. If you have 4 fights, 4 to 5, I think that's it. But when you have 6, man, that's way too many fights for a main card. Oh, Ed Herman's doing a really good job again, throwing the knees when he's. Oh, Ed Herman's got him in the guillotine. He's got him in the guillotine. He's cranking, cranking. Oh, he's throwing the knee. Never mind. Imagine getting choked out. Like, imagine being put in the guillotine, you're getting choked out, and the guy's freaking throwing kneeing you while he's choking you out, man. That's got to be nasty. Ed Herman's throwing some nasty knees against the fence, man. He's got Ibrahimov in a guillotine, one-handed guillotine, and he's just throwing knees to the right to the head, right to the nose. Oh, the knees by freaking Ed Herman, man. That's nasty. Gets taken down though. All right, there's 1 minute left in the round. Ed Herman is in or Ibrahimovic is in Ed Herman's guard. He's bleeding profusely. I mean, that is oh, Ed Herman's trying to go for a freaking. Oh, never mind. Thought he got it. Oh, he's trying to go for a triangle choke right now. Oh, but he gets out of it. Ed Herman is showing some ground game, baby. He's trying to go for Kimura. He's trying to go for a triangle choke. I mean, he's being active, and again, he's throwing some nice elbows and yeah, short elbows and punches from the guard. He's doing a lot of damage. There's a lot of blood right now in Ed Herman's chest. Oh, man, Ed Herman is showing a lot of heart and determination right now, man. He's a 39-year-old man. He's fighting a guy 15 years younger than him. Guys in his 20s, early 20s. He's outworking him right now. That's heart right there by Ed Herman. Marlin's gonna KO Aldo. He might KO Aldo. I don't know. Aldo, I don't know if he's even gonna make weight to 135, man. It's fight's over, man. You can see these guys are just bloodied up. Don't worry, that blood's coming from Ibrahimovic. It's not coming from Ed Herman. Ed Herman did nasty damage with knees, elbows, and that's one of the most dangerous things about MMA is inside the clinch. It's not like boxing. It's not like boxing where you can just throw body shots, man. From inside the clinch right there, you can throw short elbows, you can throw knees, and that's what Ed Herman was doing, just throwing knee after knee after knee. And he was just busting up the much younger guy inside the clinch. You know, he's playing to his strength instead of fighting on the outside where he does not have the speed advantage, he does not have the reflex. He fought him on the inside like Randy Couture, dirty boxed him up, throw some nice knees, elbows, just beat him up. I thought Ed Herman won this fight, but again, we don't know. We don't know who's gonna win. All right, guys, this is gonna be the end of fight number 3. We still have, was it 3 more fights? 3 more fights? That's a lot of fights. That's a lot of fights. I'm gonna need something to eat after this. Ed Herman got his hands up. He might be two in a row.
27 and 29-28, all for your winner by unanimous decision. And
Short Fuse getting it done. Short Fuse getting it done on enemy territory. Holy shit.
Tell me about coming into this, a young man, 9 fights into his career against a veteran like yourself. What were the advantages that you had coming into this?
Back-to-back wins for Ed Herman, man. That's hard right there. Hey, I don't blame Ed Herman. He's trying to go. He says, "Thank you, Moscow."
Latino, thank you so much for having us. I had a great time here. Beautiful city, very friendly people. Thank you very much.
Да, преимущество это опыт и ум. Я избегал его тяжелых ударов. Мне, в принципе, удалось хорошо провести поединок. Мне было тяжело.
Age ain't nothing but a number. Yeah, well, Ed Herman knows about that.
Свою публику за потрясающую поддержку. Это было здорово. I think if we look at the big screen, we have some highlights of your beautiful knees. If you want to talk us through them. Посмотрим повтор. Это несколько раз хорошо.
Oh, nasty knee from Ed Herman from inside the clinch. That's really what won him the fight. That inside fighting, that dirty boxing.
Cut him early. He kept fighting. Yeah, I'm not the happiest with my performance. I felt like I should have been able to finish him, but I got tired, man. He's a big, strong kid.
Да, это одно из моих любимых оружий в арсенале.
Another thing about short fuse is like he's really matured over the years because he was a hothead in the Ultimate Fighter. You know what I mean? Like he was.
Hope you guys had fun watching that.
He's kind of grown up over the years. I mean, he's a 39-year-old man, so you know when he was on the Ultimate Fighter, he was what 26. So yeah.
Keep smoking on. Plenty left. It's short fuse.
Take a look at the recent number of light heavyweights or middleweights that moved to light heavyweight. Thiago Santos, 3-1. Anthony Smith, 4-1. But both Luke Rockhold and Chris Weidman are both 0-1. So now Jacare is going to be that next middleweight that's going to move from 185 to 205. And I just feel like a lot of these guys, man, they're just too small to make that 205 move. You know what I mean? They're just not as big. But Jacare's making that move. Josh Barnett in the clinch was nasty. Yeah, Josh Barnett was one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, man. He's nasty. Underrated, I feel like. People don't appreciate Josh Barnett enough. Probably because, you know, the steroid allegations. I mean, not allegations, like he tested positive for steroids multiple times. So, but I mean, he is one of the nasties. Remember, he finished Randy Couture when he was in the UFC when he was just a kid. Finished Randy Couture. DC is Roethlisberger. Yeah, there you go. Shogun is making that comeback fight against Paul Craig. Mauricio Shogun Hua is going to come back and fight Paul Craig. It's going to be a good fight. All right, this is the last fight before the co-main event and the main event, which is what the hell we've been all waiting for. Danny Roberts from the UK, who's lost 2 in a row, is going to be fighting next. All right, this might be a good time to go use the bathroom. All right, third fight. Third fight. I'm sorry, no. Fourth fight. What's the current record right now for the Russians versus the non-Russians? Okay, this dude looks just like Habib. Zelim Imadaev. Looking just like a little Habib little brother. I like Jacare, but I don't think he has the size to hold Jan down. I agree. Jan Blachowicz was kind of the next big thing until he got knocked out by Uzdemir. That's a good quote. Face everything and rise, fear everything and run. That's a one hell of a quote. I'm going to steal that quote right there. Matter of fact, I'm going to write that down, actually. That's a really good quote. I'll just write that down later. All right, guys. This is it. Third fight. Let's get this fight out of the way so we can watch what we all came here to see. The co-main event, Greg Hardy versus Volkov, and the main event, Zabit. What goes into the mindset of a fighter, man? When you're in a foreign country, you're on television, you're in front of thousands of people who are rooting against you, who want you to lose, to have that kind of game face and perform, like go out there and win. Danny Roberts is on a 2-fight losing streak. So he's thinking, man, if I lose this fight, they're probably going to cut me. I might be out of a job. So, you got all that pressure. You got all that pressure coming into a fight. Like this single moment can decide his life. And it's kind of scary if you want to think about it. You know what I mean? Coming into enemy territory. There's so much to lose. All right, man. This guy literally looks just like Khabib. The way he's walking, he got the hoodie on. He's not even from Dagestan. He's from Czech Republic. Never mind. Look at him. Head down. Got the hoodie on. I'm hoping Robert wins. He has a solid submission defense. It's just whether or not Danny's chin can hold up. Well, yeah. Danny's on a 2-fight losing streak right now. Danny's not looking so good right now. He got knocked out by Michael Pereira. Flying knee punch. Round 1. Not good. Is that Mark Henry? That is Mark Henry. I just said it was Mark Henry. All right, this guy has a 100% finish rate. All 8 wins by knockout. Holy shit. 5 first-round finishes. 4 wins, minute 134 or less. So this guy's going to come quick. Just based on these stats, he's going to come out blazing. So let's see if Danny Roberts can. Let's see if he can survive that onslaught and fight his pace instead of succumbing to the pressure, because this guy has knocked out everyone. Is this his UFC debut? Guys, 170, both 6 feet, 6'1" for Danny Roberts. Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts. That's funny. All right, guys. Zelim Imadov fighting out of Czech Republic, Russia. He's a minus 210 favorite. Not bad. Against the UFC veteran like Danny Roberts. Rich Mitchell looking like Mr. Clean over here. Would the Bat Slayer be your fight nickname? I would be. I would be, sir. All right, fight's about to start. Let's see it. Let's see it. Is Imadov going to come out strong? He's going to come out. Oh, he throws a nice high kick. He's just walking down Roberts. Robert throws a nice right low kick, circling the cage. He's doing a really good job of circling to the right, away from Imadov's power, but now he's circling to the left, towards Imadov's power. Oh, Roberts throws a nice body kick. Oh, nice level change by Danny Roberts. He goes for the takedowns, got the single, puts him against the fence, but Imadov does a really good job of staying on one leg, defending. Now they're against the cage. Imadov's got a body lock on him. Danny Roberts got the underhook. Yo, man, you got to go in there and throw some knees. You see some knees in there. All right, Imadov's coming in, throwing some nice. Guys, one of the most difficult things to do is fight on the inside, like fight, while clinched up, because you got to keep your clinch, throw a shot, get back to the clinch, right? Keep your clinch, throw a knee, get back to the clinch. So it takes a lot of energy to drain. It takes a lot of energy out of you to fight inside the clinch. But Imadov has a very good tie clinch. He lets that go. They both try to fight for the underhooks. Oh, Danny Roberts does it. All right, they're separated. Now they're going back. Imadov is fucking swinging. Oh, Danny Roberts was a nice lead left kick. Leg kick, I meant to say. That was a nice right hand and a nice high kick combination. But Imadov is the one controlling the center of the cage, throws a left hook, kind of chasing him down. Roberts doing a good job of not moving straight back. He's doing a good job of moving around, which is a good way not to get trapped. Oh, throws a knee and comes coming up. Robert slipped. Imadov threw a knee, almost hit him. Oh, another left kick, another right hand. Boom, boom. Nice shots. Oh, but Robert does a really good job of timing that. Takes Imadov, puts him against the fence. Imadov gets back up to his feet. Robert still has the body clinch. Oh, nice right hand. Oh, nice elbow by Roberts, man. That was nasty. Danny Roberts is coming in strong. Ibadiah. Your boy almost took a knee to the face for a slip. Yeah, he did. Did you see that? That was crazy. He freaking slipped and Ibadiah like threw a flying knee. If that landed, man, that would have been it. I don't know what happened there. Did he slip or did he slip because his ankle twisted or something like that? But he's fine now. Okay. Oh, no, he's a nice right hand by Danny Roberts. Nice leg kick by Danny Roberts. Oh, Danny Roberts is coming in strong, man. He didn't come here to lose. Oh, nice level change. Takes down Ibadiah. Again, 2 takedowns. Ibadiah quickly reverses him, and Danny Robert ends up in playing guard. Interesting. Somewhere Jorge Masvidal is smiling about the knee. He would have smiled about the knee if the knee landed. It didn't land though. So playing guard. All right, it's commercial time. What did you guys think about the BMF fight, by the way? If you guys haven't seen it, I did do a live reaction on that one, but you know, Jorge Masvidal is just on a roll right now. Man. He's just on another level. He's on another level right now. I want to see Jorge Masvidal versus Nick Diaz. That's the fight that I want to see. I hope Nick Diaz makes that comeback and avenges his brother. That's a one hell of a story right there. Nick Diaz comes back, avenges Nate Diaz, makes his long-awaited UFC return. Jorge Masvidal defending his BMF belt against Nick Diaz. That'd be one hell of a fight. All right, second round's about to start. I don't want to see Nate Diaz for the rematch. I want to see Nick Diaz. I think Nate Diaz was getting worked for 3 rounds. All right, second round starting. Imadiva. I can't pronounce the name. Oh, Danny Roberts is going for the takedown, but Imadiva gets back on top. He's in half guard right now. He's kind of trying to look to advance. All right, but Jason, if it's the same outcome, if you think it's going to be the same result, then why do you want to see a rematch between Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal? Let's see Nick Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal. Oh, okay. Madai gets back up. Roberts has him in a Kimura. No? Is that a Kimura? No, he doesn't. I agree. It was a good fight to watch, except it was one-sided, and we've already seen it. Like I said, man, I want to see Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal. That's the fight that I want to see. Oh, Danny Roberts is coming back with a nice left hook. Hits him. All right, guys. I think this fight's going to go 3 rounds. Oh, he's coming in strong. Boom, boom. Put him against the cage. Roberts, again, level changes, takes him down. But Imadiv just gets back right to his feet, man. Can't keep this guy down. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Nick Diaz or are you talking about Jorge Masvidal? On Ariel's show. Nick Diaz. Really? Nick Diaz is going to be on Ariel Juan's show? Dude. If Nick Diaz makes his comeback against Jorge Masvidal, you heard it here first. I've been saying that for like a month now. I need to check Ariel Helwani's Instagram. I don't see any announcement on that. If Nick Diaz is going to come, yeah. Really? Nick Diaz has come back for an interview with Ariel Helwani. That's awesome. Can't wait for that. I said it. Masvidal needs to fight a high-level, strong striker. Nate's only shot was a submission. Nate Diaz is one hell of a striker. Nate Diaz, majority of his wins, man, even his submissions, when he got to do the striking. Don't forget Conor McGregor. Even though he submitted Conor McGregor, man, he hurt Conor McGregor on the feet. He hit him with that 1-2, man. Conor was bobbled. I mean, Conor looked like he was ready to go, and Conor's the one that shot for that sloppy takedown. And Nate Diaz took care of that knee. Got him on the ground, got on top, start pounding him, and then just freaking rear naked choked him. But it was that punches on the feet that really started it all. So Nate Diaz got power, but not like Masvidal. Oh, Danny Roberts. This is a dogfight, man. Conor McGregor's too small. I agree. Conor McGregor is small for Jorge Masvidal. Conor McGregor is too small for 170. Conor McGregor, I want to see at 155. Abdul Halimab. Someone translate that for me, man. I don't know what he's saying. Probably saying something. 30 seconds left in the round number 2. This is turning into a dogfight. These guys are just they're both tired, man. But, Imadaev tries to go for that knee again, jumping knee, but he does not get it. What the holy dude, he just knocked out Imadaev with the left hook out of nowhere in round 2. Holy smack. What the that's crazy. Knocked him out cold, man. I mean, well, not out cold, but that was nasty. Jesus Christ. Dude, he hit him with the boom, hit him with the left hook. Dude just fell. He fell the other way. My God. He hit him so hard that the impact of the punch made him like go the opposite way. That's crazy. Look at him. Boom. Right hand. Boom. Right to the chin. And Imadaev head down, butt up. I mean, Jesus, that was a nasty fight. That was a nasty knockout. And arguably, Danny Roberts was losing that fight. That's how you take care of business, man. Whoo. That's how you take care of business when you're on a 2-fight losing streak. You come to enemy territory and you beat the guy. Damn, that was crazy. MMA, anything can happen. It's never over. Roberts, he won money. How much did you bet? How much are we betting? Yeah, anything with 4 ounce gloves. I feel like the UFC should implement bigger gloves, maybe like 6-ounce gloves, 6-ounce gloves, or 8-ounce gloves. I think 4 ounces is maybe too small. Thompson Mark says Conor versus Cowboy or Gagey. Either one works. Any fight Conor does is bigger than the last. I don't know if I want to see Gagey versus Conor right away. I like to see Conor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone. You know what I mean? Talk about a tune-up fight. That's no disrespect to Cowboy Cerrone, but that's the fight that I want to see from Conor in his first fight back. And then hopefully he wins that fight. And then hopefully then he'll fight Gagey or somebody else. Gagey has a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum right now. Man, Danny Roberts pulled that knockout out of his ass in the second round.
После боя ты сразу подошел к комментаторам и сказал, что терпение было ключевым фактором в поединке. Что ты имел в виду?
With BetDSI, I played down 50 on Roberts straight up earning $240. God damn! BetDSI.com? I need to get on that. So Whiskey Dragonfly, that's one hell of a username, sir. Says Masvidal would seriously damage Connor's future pay-per-view drawing potential if he beats the dog shit out of Connor. UFC invested too much power and money into Connor's star power to let him suffer a brutal finish. I agree with that. I think Masvidal is just too big for Conor McGregor, man. I think Conor McGregor needs to stick to 155 instead of 170. That's a little too much. That was a beautiful left hook by Danny Roberts, by the way. He just threw that right hand and followed with a left hook. Boom. Hit him right there on the chin. Jason Wonder says Nick Diaz visits the Ariel show Monday to talk about UFC 244. I can't wait for that. That's one hell of a... Let's go. I can't wait for that. I'm telling you, Nick Diaz is going to avenge Nate Diaz. Nick Diaz is going to come back out of retirement to fight Jorge Masvidal. Okay? I've said that at UFC 244. I've said that before then. I've been saying that for at least several weeks now. That Jorge Masvidal is going to beat Nate Diaz, and then Nick Diaz is going to come out of retirement to fight Jorge Masvidal. So... Sick of Connor. I want to see Masvidal versus Covington. So you're implying that Covington is going to beat Usman. Adam says that Connor is done. He made too much money. He's not hungry. Could be. When you make that much money, you know, you're not the same guy anymore. And I understand that aspect of it. Like, why would you train hard when you can just chill? Danny Roberts wins enemy territory on a 2-fight losing streak. Knocks out. No, knocks out. What's the guy's name? I forgot his name now. God damn it. Zalim Imadav in the second round. Oh. Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal's in attendance. Steven Seagal. There's the man right there. Seagal. There he is. My man, Steven Seagal in attendance. All of Habib's second, third, and fourth cousins took a beating today, did they? All right, Greg Hardy, man, let's go. About to fight Alexander Volkov. The co-main event, the fight that we've all been waiting for, coming up next, guys. Let's go. Thomas Mark says, I think Cowboy versus Conor fight makes more sense, as well as both of losses. Whiskey versus beer. Both have huge sponsors, and this was set up in 2014 for Aldo. So the perfect matchup. I agree. I think it's the perfect matchup. Do I like Hardy? What do you mean? Like, am I rooting for Hardy? No, I think Hardy's going to lose this fight, man. I think Volkko has too much experience, man. He's too good to lose to Hardy. If Greg Hardy beats Alexander Volkko, holy sh! I mean, that'd be crazy. Remember, Volkko was a former Bellator champion. Dude's been fighting for 10 years. He's got like 40 fights. Freaking Greg Hardy has like 6 fights. So, on paper, man, this shouldn't even be close. Like, Alexander Volkko should win this fight everywhere. But if Greg Hardy knocks him out, then, you know, Greg Hardy's something else. This card is literally just Khabib's cousins. Might be. I know for a fact that Habib's cousin got tapped out, and Conor McGregor was talking a whole bunch of smack. I don't know, man. I think Hardy is tough, man, but there's a difference between tough and just that dog in you. You know, does Greg Hardy have that dog in him? If he does, we're gonna see it tonight because Volkko is no joke. I do think Hardy hits faster than Derek Lewis. Listen, Greg Hardy is a freaking athlete, dude. You know what I mean? He's one hell of an athlete, and the fact that he's only been doing MMA for a year and a half. Imagine if he was doing MMA for, let's say, 5-6 years, he'd be on a different level right now. Adam says Hardy better take his inhaler first. I agree. What the hell is that? Final Fantasy? Never mind. How did Herschel Walker do in the UFC? Herschel Walker never fought in the UFC. Herschel Walker fought in Strikeforce. And Herschel Walker did pretty well. I think he had 2 fights in Strikeforce. He won both of them. Herschel Walker was also a lot older. Herschel Walker was like in his 40s, late 40s. He was ripped, man. He was a beast. But Greg Hardy's a different animal, right? 31 years old right now. Alexander Volkov. Alexander Volkov said his biggest motivation is to win a UFC belt and add it to his collection. Imagine if Greg Hardy brought Alexander Volkov an inhaler, brought himself an inhaler. So here's the thing, man. Alexander Volkov is ranked number 7 in the world right now. Okay, Greg Hardy is not. He's not ready. He's not ready for Alexander Volkov. He's not. Okay, dude's been doing MMA for a year and a half. But if Greg Hardy wins tonight, that's going to be one of the biggest upsets. Let's go. Volkov versus Hardy. This is the fight we've been waiting for. How does Greg Hardy how does Greg Hardy come back from adversity? That's what I want to know. You know, that's what we want to find out. Hardy looks like, man, dude got no soul. Y'all looked into Hardy's eyes? Hardy's eyes looks like they got no soul behind it. Like there's no life behind it, man. The dude is scary. These nuts, move your head, move your big head. This is not even pay-per-view, man. This is ESPN. ESPN Plus. You can subscribe and watch. Jason Wonder asks, if Hardy wins, do you think he gets Lewis or Ngannou? Derek Lewis has been wanting to fight Greg Hardy. And that fight might happen. That fight should happen. If he beats Alexander Volkov, then that fight definitely should happen. I don't know about Ngannou, but I like to see Derek Lewis versus Greg Hardy. All right. We're going to see the co-main event. Let's go. Greg Hardy walking out Yo, Greg Hardy fought literally 1, 2, 3, 4. This is his fifth fight in 2019. Fifth fight in 2019, man. Dude is active. He fought 3 times in 2018. This is his fifth fight in 2019. Dude's been doing MMA for a year and a half, and now he's fighting the number 7 ranked heavyweight fighter in the world. You're talking about Alexander Volkov, who's been fighting. Okay, who's been fighting since 2009. Dude's been fighting for 10 years. Alexander Volkov has close to 40 professional bouts. Greg Hardy has 6 fights. He has 6 professional fights in his career, and he's about to fight a guy. I'm sorry, Greg Hardy has 7 professional fights, 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest. That should have been a win, but because of the inhaler, was a no contest. And he's fighting a guy that's ranked number 7 in the world. So I mean, shout out to Greg Hardy for that one. Activity is key. Look at Adesanya. I agree. And that's one of the big criticisms for MMA fighters, that they don't fight often enough, right? They fight like twice a year. Whereas boxers, they fight a lot more active, especially early on. I mean, not like Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao. I mean, those guys are huge stars, but like, the Hardy walk out DMX, he might win just based on that. He might. Alexander Volkov, 2 big dudes, man. Greg Hardy is 6'5", 265 pounds. But Alexander Volkov is what is he? 6'7", so he's a little bit taller. But Greg Hardy's a big dude. Greg Hardy's just more athletic. Jason Wonder says Dana knows what he's doing with Hardy because I keep watching just to see him get knocked out. Well, today might be your day, sir, because on paper Volko should beat him. All right, turn the lights on for this one as well. Alexander Volko has the highest takedown defense in the UFC history, heavyweight history. He has the second highest striking rate in UFC history. He's landing 6 shots per minute. Former N1 Global Heavyweight Champion. He's also a former Bellator Heavyweight Champion. Adam makes a good point. His paper doesn't win fights. I agree with you, sir. And because of that, Greg Hardy might knock him out. But I'm just saying, based on paper, if you're a betting man, I would bet on the guy right there, the Russian, Drago. This might be Apollo versus Drago in real life, but it might not be. I'm saying Greg Hardy might be Drago, and I'm saying Alexander Volko might be Apollo. I don't know. Dude, Greg Hardy has an 80 and a half inch reach advantage. He's only 6'5". All right. Let's go. Let's go. This is the fight, co-main event we've been waiting for. Adam says this is Mr. T versus Drago. Yeah, Mr. T versus Drago. That's a good comparison. Yo, if y'all ever looked at Greg Hardy's eyes, Greg Hardy's eyes is scary shit. Look at his eyes right there. Like the man is just got no soul. All right. Alexander Volko with that back tattoo. You better be careful, man, because Greg Hardy's going to come out fast, I feel like. Greg Hardy's going to come out fast, try to swing with that overhand right, left hook. Jason Wonder says, I hate Hardy's shit-eating grin. All right, let's go. Let's go. Co-main events. We've been waiting for. Yo, Greg Hardy's both smiling at each other, but Greg Hardy's not smiling. Greg Hardy's coming first. Okay, he stops. Greg Hardy, if you're gonna win, you gotta let them hands go. All right, you can see Alexander Volkko already throwing low kicks. Greg Hardy's doing a good job. Greg Hardy's trying to explode with the right hand. You got the crowd, Russian crowd yelling Volkko. Oh, Greg Hardy's throwing a nice jab, but he should follow up, man. I should see that 1-2 from Greg Hardy. I'm not seeing that. I'm just seeing a jab. Oh, he throws a nice jab. These guys are both exchanging jabs right now. Oh, Greg Hardy. They're both exchanging jabs right now. They're both trying to throw left. Oh, Greg Hardy. Oh, Greg Hardy's about to go for a takedown. What? Greg Hardy's putting Volkov against the cage. He's throwing some nice knees. I'm surprised Greg Hardy transitioned into a takedown, but he didn't complete it. You got the Russian crowd yelling Volkov. This is like a Rocky movie, man. This is like Adam is saying. This is like Mr. T versus Drago. Drago. Ivan Drago. Oh, Greg Hardy throws a nice left hand. Here's the issue with Greg Hardy. If he stays on the outside like this, and if he fights at the slow pace, Alexander Volkko should team up. Alexander Volkko should just slowly team up and beat him up. Hardy needs to use his athleticism and explosion to put, Volkov on his butt. If he tries to play a chess match with Volkov, I don't think that's going to work out at all. Oh, Volkov hits Greg Hardy with a nice left hook and a right hand. Greg Hardy tries to return fire. Does land a nice jab. Volkov's being patient. Oh, Hardy throws a nice couple of jabs. Does land. Right now, they're just both exchanging jabs right now. All right. They're both really just exchanging jabs right now. They're not really doing much. Well, I'm not really seeing any type of explosive movement from Greg Hardy. He's just kind of on his feet, throwing a jab here and there. So, of course he's a phenomenal athlete, but I'm not seeing that athleticism right now. He's just throwing really slow jabs. They're just kind of exchanging jabs right now. That's all they're doing. The guys are just exchanging jabs right now in the corner, not really doing much. Alexander's giving Greg plenty of opportunity. Oh, Greg Hardy throws a nice left hand. He throws another left hand again, catches Alexander Volkko. Jason says, I feel Volkko is just feeling him out. It might be right, but Volkko, I'd be disappointed if Volkko cannot finish Greg Hardy. I mean, he should be able to. So that's the end of round one. Not really much has happened. Um, that's a difficult round to score. You know, they were both kind of landing shots. Volkov did land a nice, like a left hook, right hand. Greg Hardy landed a couple of nice jabs. That that round could have even it could have won to either one of them. I mean, it, that round really should be a tie. You know what I mean? That was a tie round, in my opinion. So I'll see how the second and third round goes, but that first round could have honestly went to any one of them. So swing round. So Volko and Russia. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Jason Wonder says there's not a lot of tape on Hardy, and because he's so young in his MMA education, he might not know how to respond to anything. That's a very good point. You know, he's still raw, he's still amateur, he's still a year and a half is nothing, you know, against a guy that has 40 fights. So maybe because of that, he has no fear, which explains why he took a fight on short notice like that. But still, but when you have 7 fights, man, plus his amateur fights, you know, there is tape. Like, you don't, how much tape do you really need on somebody? You're not gonna watch all 40 fights on Alexander Volkov and study all 40 of them. You know what I mean? You're only gonna study a few last few fights. So right now, Volkov is the one backing down Hardy, right? Hardy's just kind of stepping back, stepping back. Volkov is throwing shots, but he's not really committing to his shots. He's not throwing hard shots. Volkov is just stuff to take down from Hardy. Tyler Delico says suka, which is a cuss word in Russian. Yeah, this is a. They're just throwing low kicks right now, both of them. Yo, one thing I will say about commentating fight, man, is I am starving, man. I've been live for about 2 hours now, and I am starving. So as soon as this ends, I'm gonna go and get myself like a fucking Popeye's chicken sandwich or something. I need some food, man. Who's had that Popeye's chicken sandwich? I've had it twice this week. It's really good. Greg Hardy tries to do like a roundhouse and failed miserably. And now Volko's kind of teeing off a little bit. He's throwing some shots. Greg Hardy. You know what? Let me go back to that first round. I think Volkov did win the first round because he was the one dictating the pace of the fight, just like he's dictating the pace in the second round, right? He's just pushing, but again, he's very meticulous. He's very cautious. He's not throwing any wild punches. He's just throwing one punch, one punch, one punch, and just keeps pushing Greg Hardy back. Greg Hardy needs to explode. He's not going to win in a chess match against Volkov. Volkov has way too much experience for that. You know, if he needs to use that athleticism, he needs to use his amateur mindset of just going for it to pull a victory out of that. Because he's not going to win if he's going to be playing chess with Volkov. Volkov throws a nice front kick. Greg Hardy's just standing there. He's moving side to side, but he's not really doing anything else except absorbing shots and throwing that occasional jab. Oh, he's coming in strong. No, he's not. Greg Hardy throwing a body shot. This is not a good fight to watch, guys. Oh, now there it is. Greg Hardy comes in, throws a spinning back fist. Doesn't quite catch him, but that's the kind of stuff that we need to see from Greg Hardy, right? Unorthodox, dangerous striking to get Volkov out of his game and knock him out. Listen, if Volko, I mean, Greg Hardy can go 3 rounds with this guy and, lose a close decision, that's a win for Greg Hardy, man. The guy's a year and a half into his MMA career. Oh, he throws a nice left kick. William Herman says, move your chair to the right and I'll subscribe. All right, brother. Go ahead and subscribe. Chair's moved. Did you subscribe, man? Last 10 seconds coming up. Yeah, another close round. Another close round. All right, and that is just not what we need. Jason Winter says, if it goes to decision, Hardy loses, you think he gets ranked in the top 10? No, I don't think it's ranked in the top 10 if he loses. If he wins, he's going to be bolted into the top 5 maybe. But all right, man. You got some advertisements going on there. All right, round's about to start now. Let's grab the action a bit more. I'm sorry about that. I need to fucking change the camera settings, or what the hell am I doing right now? All right. There we go. All right, so round 3 starting. Oh, now we go. Now you see Greg Hardy more aggressive. He's throwing a stiff jab, but he seems like he got poked in the eye. Yeah, listen, if the referee doesn't stop it, you can't complain about an eye poke. The referee has to see it and stop it. You got the Russian crowd yelling Volkov in there. Greg Hardy in the center of the cage. Now he's exchanging more because he probably knows that he lost the first 2 rounds. Yeah. But you see, Volkov is just being extremely cautious, man. He's not really doing anything. He has to go for it as well. I mean, if Volkov loses this fight, man, that's... Jason Winter says, I bet he makes the top 10 for just going 3 rounds with the number 7 guy and survives. I don't know about all that now. Because there's some beasts in the heavyweight division right now. So, yeah, really not much going on. They're both kind of exchanging just single shots, meaning that Volko throws a left roundhouse kick. Greg Hardy throws a single jab. Volko throws a single jab. Greg Hardy just threw a single left hook, and they're just kind of circling each other. There's really no combinations are not being thrown. I would love to see Greg Hardy throw a 1-2-3 combination, right? Use that speed that he has. I mean, he's an athlete. Maybe jump in for that Superman punch. I like to see Greg Hardy take some risk because he needs to take some risk to win this fight. Otherwise, he's just gonna lose going shot for shot. You know what I mean? Like Alexander Volkov just landed 2 low kicks on Greg Hardy, and he throws a high kick, lands right to Greg Hardy's face. But it was not a very hard kick. But again, Greg Hardy just throwing a single shot, but he's losing. because Alexander keeps landing with his single shots. Greg Hardy's not landing right now. Boo Rider says the beat by Hexagon. We'll see. Oh, there you go. So if you see the significant strikes, now you see Greg Hardy. Again, they're just kind of standing in front of each other, circling. They're both circling to the left, and they're both throwing single shots. Alexander just landed a jab. Just one jab. And then Greg Hardy throws a one jab. And then Alexander now throws two jabs. And they're both staring at each other. Circling. Oh, okay. One of them throws a leg kick. The other one throws a high kick. Boo Rider says, guys, like the video and share. Thank you, Boo Rider. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. And don't forget to subscribe. Oh, he throws a nice high kick. God damn. I don't know if Hardy staggered with that kick, man. That was the instep. That was not the shin that landed. You have less than a minute left in the fight. Again, this is a bad look on Volkov because Volkov is ranked top 10 in the world. Volkov is the one fighting a guy that's not even a year and a half into his MMA career. He should be doing more damage. He should be winning this fight more handedly, but he seems rather hesitant. Not only that, Greg Hardy took this fight on short notice. Like, Greg Hardy has no advantages in this fight at all. And he's fighting in Volkov's homeland. So Volkov should do more. He's not going to impress anyone with this performance. I like to see more. Okay, about 10 seconds left. Yeah, this was a very cautious fight from both guys. This is a really good confidence booster for Greg Hardy because he just Jason Wonder was saying, he did go 3 rounds with the number 7 ranked fighter in the world, and he didn't really receive a whole lot of damage. Who won? The decision has yet to be announced. Decision hasn't been announced yet, but I'm going to go with Alexander Volkko 30-27. So we'll see. All right, guys. This is the main event. This is what we've been waiting for. Zabit. That would have sucked if that was the main event. Zabit is so much fun to watch. Yeah, he is. He's a fun dude. All right, official decision.
Scorecards, all 3 score it 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision from Moscow, Russia.
Alexander won 30-27. Yeah, I'm not impressed with Alexander Volkov's performance, nor his victory. He beat a guy that's been training MMA for a year and a half, and all he could do was just throw single shots and land single shots. I feel like he should have done more. Not only that, Greg Hardy took this fight on a short notice. So you have an unranked guy who's been training MMA for less than 2 years, taking a fight on short notice, and you're ranked number 7 in the world, and all you can throw is single shots, not even combinations. So, not a very impressive performance by Alexander Volkov. Even the Russian crowd, man, like most of the people, they weren't even. I saw like one or two people standing up and cheering. The rest of them were just kind of like, we expected more from you. Dan Hardy said it was an incredible performance. Dan Hardy started lying. It was not an incredible performance. This was a below average, subpar performance. Good chess match, great experience for Hardy. Volkov definitely played it safe with that lead front kick, the head kick, and uppercut. Yeah, I agree, Tommaso. He definitely played it safe. He played it super safe. All right, guys, let's go. Main event fight. Main event. This is what we've been waiting for. Okay. Zabit Magomedov versus Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar, who just knocked out Ricardo Lamas in the first round. First round with that devastating 1-2 combination. All right. He's 4-1 in the UFC. Zabit is ranked number 5 in the world, right right after Frankie Edgar. All right, let's go, man. The main event. Zabit is 5-0 in the UFC. He'll be fighting for the UFC Featherweight Championship soon, he says. He said he's bringing the second world title to Russia. Jason Wonder asked, "Do you know anything about the guy fighting in place of Harris for the for the DC card in December?" I do not, but I will. But when the time comes, Zabit is okay. He has the same formula every fight. First round, he uses footwork, pop shots. Second, grapples. Third, he just clock watches. I don't know about that. I think Zabit is. Well, we'll see. We'll see what he does this fight. Oh, Rosenberg, the guy who slept Orlovsky last pay per view, he slept him with like a jab. That was a nasty jab. He's gonna be fighting Overeem. All right, Calvin Kattar is the one who knocked out Ricardo Lamas in his last fight. Hit him with that beautiful 1-2. Jason Wonder says Zabit looks like a guy who washes dishes for a living, but he's badass in the ring. Yeah, he does. He doesn't look like a fighter. You know, Overeem is just that might be a bad matchup for Overeem, man. If the guy that slept Arlovsky's gonna fight Overeem next, it might be a bad matchup for Overeem. Oh, dude, the freaking kicks that Zabit throws, man, like the side to side kick. He does the Showtime kick. Again, this guy is just incredible. Harris says, "Do you think CM Punk has a future at lightweight? Would love to see him test Habib, dude. I don't even think CM Punk can beat me. I think I would beat the crap out of CM Punk. CM Punk he just started way too old and he has no like natural talent or ability. You know what I mean? Have you seen CM Punk hit pads? The dude was awful. I mean, it was a joke, honestly, CM Punk. But I give him props though. I mean, he went out there and he did his best, but it was a tragedy, that CM Punk fight, both of them. Tommaso was Qatar is also the only man to finish Shane Burgos. He did in the third round. Yeah, Shane Burgos, and we just saw Shane fight in the last pay per view. Jason Wonder says, "I'm going to the DC fight, so I was curious. I'm a Harris fan. I was looking forward to seeing five. Oh, nice. You're going to the DC fan. I mean, you're going to the DC fight. How much were tickets?" CM Punk is a nice guy, but over his head big time in sport. Yeah, he was way over his head. CM Punk was way over his head. Harris says, "Who do you have for the Logan Paul KSI fight?" I have KSI in that fight. Logan Paul is one hell of an athlete, but based on what I saw in the last fight, I felt KSI won. I felt KSI is just a better boxer. He's got better techniques. Logan Paul is more explosive. Logan Paul definitely throws harder, but I think he's gonna get tired, and that's what happened last time. Logan Paul got tired. I felt KSI should have won the last fight, and I feel like he's going to win this fight. But Logan Paul is an athlete, dude. That dude is an athlete. Like seriously, Logan Paul is freaking shredded. He was a really good wrestler, and I think actually Logan Paul would do better like as an MMA fighter. If he can combine his wrestling with his striking. But I think just in a boxing match, I think KSI would win based on what I saw in their last fight. William Herman says, "Do you fight too, bro?" I fight at flyweight and bantamweight. Now, I wouldn't say I fight. I compete. But my I would try to do 170. Last time I competed was actually in Muay Thai, and that was at 175 pounds. Tommaso says, "I got Logan by referee stoppage tonight." Logan Paul got the power, man. Logan Paul could really hurt some people. Like Logan Paul, if he lands and catches KSI, he can absolutely sleep it, man. Like I said, Logan Paul is like a natural. Uh, he's like a natural athlete. Jason Wonder, follow your boy on Instagram, man. Follow your boy on IG, the Bat Slayer. I got all my videos there. Seth versus Justin Buckles. Justin, are you talking about the Team Alpha Male coach, Justin Buckles? You know what? I will actually upload some videos on YouTube, man, not just on my Instagram. So look him up, man. Look him up. All right, Zabit's coming out of the tunnel. First of all, Justin Buckles is he's currently an MMA fighter, and like he's a professional fighter. Justin Buckles will beat the crap out of me, but I will beat the crap out of CM Punk. So there you go. He's opening up his own beach in Long Beach. Harris says, "Do you think Prime Ronda Rousey could have a chance with Khabib?" Absolutely, 100%. Hell no. William says, "What's up? I'm 2-1 MMA, one of them kickboxing and Muay Thai or gruesome. I'm good on those." Nice. Hey, William, follow your boy on IG, man. Follow your boy on IG. Cejudo would finish Nunez. Cejudo would finish Nunez. I agree. Amir Malik asks, who do you think win, Habib or Tony? That's a good fight. I don't know about that fight. I think that's a very, very good fight. And man, Habib or Tony, Habib or Tony, Habib or Tony. Listen, I, I that's a tough fight, guys. I don't know. I mean, that's a very, very, very. Jason Wonder says, I think Tony wins. He's the true BMF. Man, Tony has that resilient, like nonstop pressure. He's got an excellent ground game. His cardio is incredible. Habib is also incredible on the ground. So, you know what? I'm leaning towards Ferguson, believe it or not. Even though Habib is a beast, but I'm it's like 51-49 Tony Ferguson. Speedgo88 says Tony's one of the best ever. Tony is one of the best ever, man. Harris says Tony is the WMF weirdest mother. Yeah, he is, but he's one hell of a fighter. All right, guys, fight's about to start. Let's go. Let's end it quickly. What's your IG? Dude, the Bat Slayer, man. I'll let your boy. Abdullah says, let's go Zabit. We got some new people here. Let's go. Fight's about to start. It's about to start. Hey, don't sleep on Calvin Catter. William, king of the flyweights. Protector of the bantamweights. My man. You're welcome. I got Calvin with the upset. Listen, Calvin, man, did you see Calvin's last fight? He slept Ricardo Almo with that left hook, right hand. Ali says, we want to see the TV behind you. Nah. It's a live reaction, not a live stream. Let's go. Fight's about to start. Jason Winter says Tony likes to do those back rolls, the jiu-jitsu move. You talking about the Imanari roll? All right. These guys they both look serious. I agree, Speedgo. I don't think he would do the Imanari roll against Habib either. Amir Malik says, let's go Zabist. All right. Let's go. Round one. We're going to see. We're going to see. The crowd is yelling Zabit. Throws a nice left kick right off the bat, Zabit. But Katar got hands. Calvin Katar got hands. He's got speed. He's got power. Zabit got technique. Zabit got that unorthodox, just random shit flying out of everywhere. But the crowd is behind Zabit. They were yelling, shouting Zabit. It's echoing. Oh, Katar lands a nice left or nice right. Abdullah, who's doing better right now? No one's really doing better right now. It's just kind of a standoff right now. Oh, there's a beat. Not really much is happening. They both have a lot of respect for each other. They're both exchanging low kicks right now. Oh, Cantor's charging in with the left right hand. Zabit Zabit has a very nice straight jab. He jabs 3, 4, 5 times, then throws a right hand. So Zabit has really good combinations. And he throws a nice side kick. Oh, he throws a spinning back fist. He misses, but he throws a nice spinning back fist. Zabit does a really good job of like charging, and he comes in with the 1, 2, 3 jab, and then throws a right hand, which is really, really nice because it's very sharp. Abdullah says, "Me sitting here looking at you talking, imagine what's happening. My money." Well, hey, that's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm here right now. All right. Oh, Zabit throws a nice left kick to the body, but again, Calvin Guitar is just Calvin Guitar is swinging for the punch, swinging for the fences right now. But Zabit has excellent head movement. Oh, one of the things that Zabit throws a nice body shot right there. That's crazy. Oh, he throws a nice front kick. This is a fight, man. Both these guys came here to fight. Calvin is no joke. One thing that Zabit does is, man, he does a great job of closing the distance. He would just 1, 2, 3 jab, right hand. He does a really good job closing that distance, which not a lot of fighters do. Oh, Zabit throws a nice low kick, man. Drops Calvin. Does Calvin get back up? Oh, nice low kick by Qatar, but Zabit is still pressing the action. We have yet to see any. Oh, Zabit throws a front leg hook kick. Crowd goes wild. Oh, Zabit's not pressing the action, man. He just threw a nice double jab right hand. And now Qatar is actually firing back. He takes center of the cage. They're both trying to establish control right now. Who's going to take center of the cage? Who's going to control the pace of the fight? They're both trying to impose their will right now. Oh, Zabit throws a nice elbow. He comes in with the right hand. He throws the elbow right up top. Oh, he throws a nice left high kick. Zabit does not land, but the crowd goes wild. Okay, right now, Calvin's just kind of standing there watching Zabit. He should not do that. He should definitely attack. Oh, he throws a nice right hand to Zabit. Ooh, Zabit might be in trouble. Oh, he throws a flying knee to Zabit. Yo, Calvin came here to fight. Zabit shows no emotion though. 10 seconds left. Oh, nice combination. They're exchanging in the pocket right now. Zabit throws his nice spinning back fist. It seems like Zabit's kind of overwhelming Calvin Qatar right now. Thaden James says, good play-by-play. Thank you. You're welcome. Also, subscribe if you have not subscribed. Harris says, Zabit's kind of hot, not going to lie. Well, I mean, a lot of people see look like Abraham Lincoln. It's commercial time. It seemed like towards the end that Zabit was kind of overwhelming Calvin Qatar. Towards the end, like 10 seconds left, he was kind of just charging forward. So we'll see what happens in round 2. Those a nice side kick, man. One of the things that I love about Zabit is that he utilizes all sorts of different techniques where he doesn't just throw the roundhouse. He throws a side kick. He throws a front leg hook kick. He throws a back leg hook kick. He throws a side-to-side kick. Danish asks, who do you think is going to win? I got Zabit winning in the 3rd round. TKO 3rd round. That's what I got. Oh, Zabit opens up with a nice left low kick. He follows up with a nice front kick. Now he's just, again, one of the things that Zabit does beautifully, guys, is he comes forward with the 1, 2, 3 jab right hand. He does a really good job of closing that distance. Those jabs are crisp, it's short, it's straight, and it's quick. So round 2 just started. We're 4 minutes and 30 seconds into round number 2. Oh, Zabit throws a nice spinning back kick, and he throws a freaking side kick right after that. And look at him, he throws that jab right hand. And now Calvin is just kind of sitting there watching. Calvin was doing a good job in round 1 exchanging, but now he's just sitting there watching Zabit, which is not good. Zabit has center of the cage. He's throwing a nice low kick to the knee, to the body. Zabit now switching stance. He might be going for a spinning kick. Nope. He switches stances again. Oh, he's got him in a clinch now. He let go. All right. Denise says, show us the fight from the screen directly. What a fool. Oh, Zabit comes in with a spinning freaking back face. Going full ninja mode right now. Just comes in. Listen, man, it's hard for... Oh, he throws a nice left hook kick again, Zabit. And again, you see Calvin, he's just kind of staring there. He's kind of just looking at Zabit right now. He's mesmerized by all these different techniques. And if you're Calvin, that is dangerous. What you need to do is attack. Don't sit there and watch. Don't sit there and let Zabit get comfortable. Oh, Zabit throws a nice front kick. Again, Calvin has yet to respond. He throws a single jab, but Zabit is throwing multiple jabs. Zabit was throwing multiple jabs followed by a right hand. Calvin is just kind of standing there. Harris says, Danish, just find the stream on Reddit. Or you guys can get ESPN Plus. Oh, Zabit throws a nice 1-2. Oh, Zabit's going for a takedown. He's got a single. Oh, he lets it go. All right. So right now, round 2 is definitely Abdullah says, I subscribed. My man. Good job. So we'll be doing this every event. Live coverage. Live reaction. Oh, Zabit freaks and takes it. Oh, Zabit's got the back. Crowd's going wild. Oh, Calvin's no joke, though. He's coming forward now. Oh, Zabit's throwing that 1-2 low kick. Crowd is yelling Zabit. Zabit's doing a good job. 1-2, 1-2. Oh, right hand. You know what? I will try to do every fight. How's that sound? I'll do my best. That's why you should subscribe and tune in. Join the conversation. Zabit's kind of slowing down a little bit in the second round. Now Calvin's catching him. Calvin just threw a nice right hand, overhand right. He caught Zabit, and now he's charging forward. He landed a couple of nice jabs on Zabit. Zabit is... All right, they're both kind of just... Oh, nice uppercut by Qatar. Oh, he threw a flying knee to Zabit. Almost catches him. He's not afraid. Speed goat, like I said, Zabit needs to pace himself. I agree. Well, keep in mind now he's fighting in front of his home country. He's got the hometown support. He's got his probably friends and family watching. That makes a big impact, guys. You know what I mean? There's a lot of pressure on this guy. Oh, he just throws a rolling thunder. Zabit. Oh, come on. Calvin tries to do a sloppy spinning back kick. Thaden James, subscribe. That was a closer round. I got Zabit so far 2 rounds to 1. 2 rounds to 0. Do you guys remember Zabit versus Kyle Bosniak, where Kyle was just coming forward, and in that third round, it seemed like Zabit was just really running out of gas, and he can be broken. I felt like Zabit. Just looking at some of the highlights here in slow motion, Zabit lands a beautiful spinning back kick. He does a beautiful front leg trip and gets the back. I mean, as far as the technician goes, man, Zabit can do pretty much everything. Probably should get a haircut though. All right, third round's about to start. I got Zabit 2 rounds to 0. This is round number 3. It just started. Okay, Zabit just landed a low kick. He's gonna get a warning from the ref, Mark Goddard, but he landed a low kick right at the beginning of round number 3. Yeah, that was a direct groin shot. All right, let's see what Calvin Kattar can do in round 3. Oh, nice. Zabit was just ripping to the body right now, man. And beautiful head movement from Zabit. Oh, Zabit is moving his head around, man. Look at him. He's just moving his head around. Oh, nice slow kick by Calvin Kattar. Zabit was constantly switching stance. You can kind of see the momentum changing a little bit in Calvin's favor, because Calvin is now pressing Zabit back, surprisingly. Zabit is just kind of running around the cage now at this point. This is the third round, 3 out of 5. Oh, Calvin's trying to do that jumping knee. He keeps missing, but he's throwing that jumping knee. Oh, Zabit tries to do a spinning elbow. He misses though, but he still tried it. Oh, he's trying to go for a takedown. Calvin stops it. All right, Calvin's doing a really good job utilizing his hands now. He's way more comfortable in round 3 than he was in round 2. Oh, nice left hook by Zabit. So I will say Zabit is landing in the significant shots. It was like 60-40. Oh, nice left hook by Calvin. Oh, Calvin's teeing off on him. Yo, Calvin's landing some big shots. Zabit is tired. This might be Calvin's round. We got 2 minutes left in the round, but Calvin is just pushing him back, man. Zabit is just backpedaling. Now he literally is turning around and running. Dude. Oh, nice body shot by Calvin and a nice hook by Calvin. Oh, Calvin, they are swinging, man. These guys are in close range. Zabit, you keep circling. Oh, now Calvin is just chasing him down. Oh, nice uppercut. Okay, so far, I mean, this is all Calvin's round number 3. Zabit is tired. Oh, nice right hand. Oh, nice rip to the body by Calvin. Zabit is just kind of moving back, moving back, moving back. He's still got good head movement. He's still moving his head, but Calvin is just hunting him down right now. He's got the 1-2, boom, nice to the body. He's ripping to the body right now. Oh, he freaking went for a flying knee. Zabit catches it. Zabit, I mean, they're on the ground right now. Calvin is just landing some elbows from the ground, and Zabit is in Calvin's guard. And freaking Calvin is working, man. Calvin is throwing punches from the guard. No, this is not the last round. This is round 3 out of 5. So we got 2 more rounds after this. Oh my goodness. Calvin is doing some damage on the ground, man. He's throwing shots. He must have landed at least 30 shots on his back. Zabit is doing nothing right now on the ground. Oh, wait, this is a 3-round fight? So this was a 5-round fight. That's wow. I did not know that. I did not know that was a 3-round. Oh, it was supposed to be co-main event. You're right. Alexander Volkov was supposed to be main event, and his opponent pulled out. And then Greg Hardy. I got you. I got you. All right. Well, fight's over. 3 rounds. Okay. Well, then I say 2-1 for Zabit. 2-1. But like Speako was saying, Speako88 was saying, Zabit tends to fade. We saw that in the Kyle Bosniak fight where in round 3 it looked like he was fading. We saw it in this fight where it looked like he was fading. I don't know if Zabit is a championship fighter. I don't know how he's going to do in rounds 4 and 5. Like, how's he going to do against Max Holloway? Max Holloway brings the heat in rounds 4 and 5. Max Holloway gets stronger rounds 4 and 5. So I definitely don't think Zabit is ready for Max Holloway. No way. No, sir. All right, we're about to see who's going to win the fight, and that's going to be the end of this live reaction. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in next time. Subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. All right, decision's about to be announced.
All 3 judges scoring 29-28.
29-28. It's a unanimous decision. Zabit won. Unanimous decision. Zabit won 29-28. 2-1. All right, thanks for watching, guys.
Серьезным боксером. Как ты готовился к этому бою?
Zabit is tired, man. He's breathing heavily. I don't think he's going to do well in round 4 and 5.
I wasn't expecting him to pressure me that hard in the third, but yeah, I was preparing in Dagestan, then in Moscow, in Thailand, and in America in the last couple of weeks in Moscow, and get the job done. So that's 6 wins in a row for you in the UFC. The featherweight title's on the line in December. What are your thoughts on that fight, and what would you like next in your career?
All right, guys. So, good 5 reaction. The fight that we all wanted to see was Zabit, and it was a good fight. I wish it was a 5-round fight because we would have gotten a lot of questions answered if it was a 5-round fight. So till next time, subscribe, share, comment, like, and of course tune in for the next fight reaction ending stream.